Okay. Alright, things should be good. Right, I changed the screen. I figured the stuff on the left side of the screen really isn't that important. So instead of zooming in, I'll just cut that part off and that'll zoom it in. Okay. Is everything else right? I think so. I got laundry going, but whatever, it might be a little background noise. Right, so I did a little work, but not much. I had made rogue waves. So the way this works is they got random sizes. I just like played with these numbers until it looked kind of right. I've got like a random time between these ranges. I got I got a speed. I just made a variable so I can change it quickly in the create. The image can be one of 6 different frames, and then the angle can be like slightly tilted. Step event, it goes to the left based on the speed. The size changes based on whatever the size 2 is. All this stuff just gives it some variance to make it be every wave has a different look and a different size and a speed they travel and a speed they disappear. This time goes away, which changes the alpha. I don't know. I'm not really explaining this one too well, but this is where it all is. Let me just show what it looks like. Alright. So this is what it ends up looking like. You'll know the ones that are rogue waves because they look different. But yeah, this one right here, it just goes out, it grows, and then it fades away and then destroys itself. And they can be different sizes. All of these are technically the same object. It's just they're being drawn differently in lots of different ways so that they all look unique. I had them to where they start somewhere around here. They'll never get too far into the land. Sometimes they can collide with some of the land, like up here. But because it's underneath, there's a good example. Because it's underneath, it doesn't look too bad. And it just adds a little extra movement where it looks like this water has got little waves on it every now and then. And it's, yeah, just totally random. I have noticed sometimes it pops in like that, like a big flash, and I don't know why that is. Let me look at that real quick. Alright. I think I know why. Image X scale and Y scale change, but I never set them up in here, so I need to do that. So I need to do these two in this part of the code. That'll make sure it gets scaled before it gets drawn, and that'll stop it from popping in like that. It should. That looks pretty good. Basically doing what I want it to do. I set it up to where it's basically the same speed as these ones. And seems to be working fine. Alright, so that's how that works. It's kind of complicated, but I mean, it's not really complicated. It's just a lot of trial and error to get the right look through these numbers. But pretty simple actually. As far as the creation of it, I should show that too. I'm going to use the room spawner, world map spawner. This is where I was creating these different things that are in the scene. I can just use this as my spawner for everything else. So I'm going to use that for it. I've got two variables, wave timer, wave target. The timer is set to 0, and then the target is like between half a second and 2 seconds. Wave timer counts up. If the wave timer is above the target, then it creates one of these waves at 2000, or a random range between 2000 and room width, a random range of 0 and room height, so it can be anywhere on the y-axis. The depth is 298, so it's behind the land. And then it sets the wave target to be something new. Wave timer goes back to 0 and it starts all process over again. That's how that works. This is using timers instead of alarms, which is sometimes nicer. You're doing less like moving around and stuff. And alarms can be tricky sometimes when it comes to like disabling them. So I like using timers sometimes too. I don't know. Alright. Close that. The other thing I was doing, the ship, I want to make the ship have a wake on the end of it, which should be pretty self-explanatory, but basically it should send off like ripples, a V that expands. And I'm not totally sure how to make that look good, but I'm gonna try. Honestly, I have no idea how to make that look good because you got like a lot of movement. I'm not sure what that's gonna do to it. I'm just gonna try some stuff and make it look good, hopefully. I've got another wave sprite that I drew. And this one's just a straight line. I don't know if I'm going to use that one or if I'm going to use the waves that I was using before. Not that one. That's the big one. These, because these have more curves in them. And they come out in different variances. I don't know. I think I'm going to try and do it with this kind of wave so that they're more uniform. It would probably help if I looked up some videos of what a boat wake actually looks like. Like, I can think of what it looks like. It's just like, oh, yeah, a wave that comes out. But what does it look like when the boat stops suddenly? Does, I guess it just stops at that point, so it'll, I don't really have to do anything, right? I don't know. Let's just figure it out. So the first thing I want to do is do this rogue waves. I'm going to duplicate it because this wave is going to behave fairly similarly. Call it ship waves, overworld. Change this image to be sprite, effects, wave, create. We do not want this. The angle is not a thing. And I don't know if I want any variance in this one. I'm gonna try it with the variance to start with, but I'll probably change it to where it doesn't, it's always uniform, because the waves that come off the ship are pretty much the same thing forever. So I probably don't need all this size stuff. I think I can just strip it out. Actually, let's just try and strip some stuff out. So time's still important, but size doesn't matter. There's a dirty joke there somewhere. I mean, it might look good if it grows in size. I'm not exactly sure. It's another dirty joke there. Alright, I'm just going to cancel all these that involve size. Right, so this is just the stuff that deals with image alpha. It's based off of time. And then, of course, it's got to move based off of speed. So this is going to be its own problem. Because how do I decide which direction it's moving? It's a good question. I'm trying to think of what it looks like. So imagine all I'm doing is creating two of these right under the boat's origin, right? So the boat's going that way. I'm going to create these two objects, and we're just going to start with the two. Actually, we can even just start with the one that goes off this way. It's just going to move down. I guess that's it. It just moves down based on the line of which way we're going. You can move in. I'll figure out diagonals later. Let's just get the 4 cardinals working. So yeah, if you're moving right, then it just goes down. The other one's going to go up. And then they're just going to like stack on each other and fade away. It might not be as hard as I'm thinking. The diagonals are going to make it more complicated, but let's just start with the Now, how do I draw this? How do I get it to go the right direction? Well, I can check what the ship's doing. The ship was always an object in the world map. I don't think it ever goes away. So I'm going to go under the assumption that there's always a ship object on the world map. So let's go with that. So we're gonna, when it's created, we're gonna figure out and even I can even do something where if it's created below the origin, it knows to go down. If it's created above the origin, it knows to go up. That way I can use the same object to do both. And it just depends on where it's created is what decides which direction it's going. So let's figure that part out first. Alright. So let's say direction equals y minus O ship y. I don't know if it's going to be a positive or negative number, but I'll just do 1, and if it's wrong, I'll swap it. But okay, so we've gotten a positive and negative number off of this. I don't know which one's which. But we're just going to assume it's a positive for now. Well, maybe we assume it's a positive means it would be the bottom one. Alright, so we want to say okay, so I need to do speed equals 1.5 times direction. Right, and I put that below, so I figure out the direction. Now I know that speed is either a positive 1.5 or a negative 1.5. Oh yeah, and this needs to be sine of this, because I want a positive or a negative 1. Alright. So, okay, we have our yeah, okay, this is only gonna work this way if the ship is going left and right. Huh. Okay, yeah, this gets more confusing. I think the easiest thing to do is with the global. Instead of trying to do all these functions and stuff or these equations to figure out where it is in relation to the ship and what the ship's doing, I could just make a global variable that's like 1 through 8, which is the 4 or the 8 directions, and then set that up when it's created, and then it knows which direction it needs to go. I think that might be easier than doing any sort of other thing. So screw this direction thing for now. Alright, so instead we're going to say we're going to call it wake direction. Trying to think it's the best way to do it, because doing this for like 8 times is a bit extreme for each one of these objects. Oh yeah, and then it's not just 8, because it's 8 for one and then 8 for the other, right? Damn, this is actually a lot more complicated. I think it'd be pretty easy to get it if it's just like one direction. But trying to figure out which one of the 8 and then which one of those 2 of the of each one of the 8 is going to make this a lot more complicated. I'm wondering, there's no way to like, I'm thinking if there's a way to cheat it to make it like move away from our ship object, but it needs to move based off of the direction of travel of the ship itself. What I'm thinking of doing is I use this wake direction thing like I was thinking. So it's like a 1 through 8. And then I just make 2 objects. One of them goes up, one of them goes down based off of the direction. Because if I can figure one out, I just kind of like reverse that for the other one. And that might be the easiest way to do it. Instead of trying to make one object do everything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this whole 8 direction thing and then make 2 objects. I could do a state machine here. That's probably what I need to do. It's weird to do it for an effect, but I mean the effect's got so many different things. Instead of state, let's say direction. Nope, not direction. I guess dir equals global. Wait, dir. Okay, and then instead of a normal variable, there will be a state machine. What if I have coding tools? Nope. Alright. Instead of state, it'll be there. And this way, I know which direction we're going. So we got, should we use cardinal directions? And north? Sure. Do this direction, clockwise. Alright, that's all of them. And then I just do the direction it's going based off of that. I wonder if that's not necessary, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, it might be, because if it was just moving it, that would be one thing, but it's moving it, it's the direction it's facing. Oh, actually, it's just those two things, huh? Yeah, maybe this is overkill, actually. Alright, I think I'm going to get rid of this size thing. I'll add it back in later if I need it, but I don't believe it needs to grow any. So instead, what should I do here? I could do them individually, which I think I might want to do. So if you're going north, you're going minus equals speed. No. No, that's incorrect. This is, if the chip is traveling north, this one would be traveling east. So x plus equals speed. Alright. That's north. South would be the opposite. X minus equals speed. And then this one will be y. Alright, so it's traveling east. This one would be going south. So plus equals speed. This would be the opposite. Y minus equals speed. So is this one literally the combination of the two, the one above and the one below? It makes sense it would work out like that. So if the ship is going northeast, this wave should go right and down. And that's what this is. Yeah, so if I go x plus equals speed, and then y plus equals speed. This one would be x minus equals speed, y plus equals speed. Okay, I think that'll get it going in the correct directions. So honestly, to get it to go the other way, I just need to change speed to be a negative. But there's no easy way to calculate that. So for my next object, I just change this to be a negative, and that would make everything else work. Except for the image angle, which we're about to do. Oh yeah, this time can't be a random number, it has to be something consistent. I could go for like 1. Yeah, let's just start with 1. Okay, so the other thing I need to figure out is what the image angle is. So, well, first, this wave is like that, left and right. Shit, how do I do this? Should I change the origin point to be... Yes, I should, for this wave. Origin point should not be mid-center. It should be middle right. Because this is the part that's coming off the ship. Okay, so how do I rotate this? If it's north, going up, this thing needs to be rotated. Well, first things first. So and this is complicated because they're all at angles. What are all these angles? Technically, it should just be like 45, 90, God, what are all the angles? What's in between? In between, I got 45 and 90, it's 135, 180, 225, 270, 305, and then finally, have I screwed this up? It's 45. I've been doing 35. Crap. Because of that 135 threw me off. Okay. It's 35. Oh, 45 plus. Okay, I did it right here. But 45 plus that is 270. Okay, this is the only one I screwed up. 115. And then 45 plus that, 50, 360. Okay. 360 I don't need, that's just 0. So in fact, 0 goes here. Alright, these are the things I should be using for this image angle. And I just gotta figure out which one goes where. So if we're going north, this will be faces in that direction, which is 90, 135. Okay, so this one should be 135. And then I think it just goes in this order now. Actually, it's going northeast. So 90, it goes in other order, reverse order. 90. Alright, 90, 45, 0, and then 315, 270, 225, 180. Okay, I think that's right. Alright, that's direction it goes in, and the angle that it should be facing. I wonder if I can just say negative through all these image angles for the reverse. Or if I have to change all these numbers. I'm gonna try. I don't know if negatives will work, but they might. Okay, so a 90-degree angle, the reverse of that, I don't know. I gotta do completely different numbers. Because it should be like this, which would be 45? 45 or 135. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it for both of them. Okay, at least we can see if one side works out before we do the other side. I think this is right. Just now, I need this global now. Instead of ship waves, I'm gonna say ship wake. Technically, I'm gonna use the same code for the alien wake as well. And that's a good thing that it's not based off a ship location now that I think about it, because this works and it doesn't matter what it's based off of. So the ship can make this, any other ships, the alien. So that's cool. Now I just needed to come out based off of which way you're going. Trying to think where's the best place to do that. I think anywhere where the sprite index equals a movement one is when it should be creating the wake, right? Because if it's ever idle, it shouldn't be making any wake. So anywhere where these are, I can throw in the whatever this code is to create wake. Now the big thing here is how do I get it to where I don't want it to do it every frame. I've done that mistake many times before. I want it to do it every couple frames. And it would be nice if that's an adjustable number. I'm thinking one way I could cheat it is just say if you're not colliding with a ship wake already, because that collision is the full size of it. So as long as it moves out of its hitbox, then it can create another one. That's one way to do it. I don't know if that'll look good, but that's a simple way. So let's do it here, copy it in later. So we want to say if not place meeting X, Y, ship wake W instance create I don't remember what this is. It's 298. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So I have, if you're not colliding with a wake already, then set the global direction to equal whatever, and then create the ship wake underneath where it's supposed to be. And I do that for the other one as well. But we're only going to do the one right now. Yeah, let's just do the one right now. Alright, I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to comment it out. And we're just going to throw it here. This is key up. Let's do it on like key right. This isn't gonna work. Oh man. This is actually really complicated. I haven't set anything up for moving diagonally, it just happens. So I have no way to check if you're moving diagonally. I could have done this. I feel like I've done this wrong right out the gate. Instead, I should probably just see what keys you're pressing and spawn it based off of that. That'd probably been the correct way to do this. Because it spawned when you're pressing keys, as long as the sprite index is a certain thing. That's probably what I should have used in the beginning. So actually, no, I could still work with that. Let's go back to this. Alright. We'll write it in here. So, if global key right and sprite index equals Then I do this code. Just had to add some stuff to it. Alright, so for pressing key right and the sprite index equals this, and we're not touching one already, it'll create one. And the direction it's creating it in is, for going right, it's east. Right? And now I just do this for all 8, I guess. I gotta add in the second object later. But this should work. Copy. Key left, west, and all that's the same. Now up and down's a bit different. Key up, sprite equals vertical, vertical, down. Now I gotta add more to make sure it's not, if it's right and it's not up and down, because technically it could be any of these with the diagonals. The diagonals can be, yeah, any of these. I think it'll always be sideways, but honestly, is that true? Let me test that real quick. I think it's always sideways. That'll make this easier if that's true. Alright, I didn't put anything weird in here, right? So everything should be working fine. Alright, let's try diagonals. Yes, that's sideways. What if I'm going up and then right? If I'm going right and then up. Wait, up and then right? Yeah, okay. It's always going to sideways, because sideways is the bottom one. Same thing should be the other way. Yeah. Down this way down. This way down, down this way. Okay. So yeah, side is always a diagonal. That makes things a little easier because honestly up and down are the only ones that this matters on. So yeah, I think I gotta add in the other directions and not global key right. This isn't gonna work because if you're on a wall, you could have a totally different thing. Man, why did I decide it needs to have a wake? I mean, it does, right? It'll make it look like it's actually affecting the environment. The wake is really important. There's probably a way easier way than all this crap, and I need to just take a second and think about it because all this is done. There's probably a much easier way to do this. Why don't I do this way? Okay, I'm using this global already. This is what I'm thinking. I'm using this global already, which is global wake direction, right? And instead, I just put this global to change in the code anywhere that I know which direction the ship is going. If I could just change this based on which direction the ship is going, then I can spawn a lot easier. Right, and then when the ship's not moving, I can do global wake direction equals I don't know, O for in the middle. Right, if it's ever O, it's not going to create the wake. If it's anything else, it'll create the wake. That would get most of it working. The only thing is it doesn't affect diagonals. This kind of makes me wish I'd set up my movement code to just take diagonals in effect or into account. Then this would be a lot easier. I still think this is the best way to do it. I'm just gonna have to figure it out. Let's just, yeah. Let's just figure it out. Alright, so I'll do each of these at a time. It's all inside these things where the sprite index changes. This one, the sprite index goes back to idle, so that one doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just these couple. There are 8 of them here, but I don't think those are 8 directions. So here. The first one is if we're meeting a wall, v travel equals false. So you can't move up into a wall. So it equals v idle. It doesn't move. V is true. This. Okay, so this one's easy enough. It's global wake there equals okay, so we're going up here to north. I don't know. Copy that. Okay, so we got one of them figured out. This one will be south. Okay. Alright, this one is west. This one is east. Okay. Yeah, let's just get these four going and we'll figure out the diagonals later. Of course, this might activate diagonals. Because if you got Y speed going on here and X speed going on here, this one is technically east. I've just got to figure out a way to differentiate after the fact here. Okay. Needs to be below. It goes here. Actually, it's not there, is it? Everything inside this one is part of that code. It's here. Alright. If global wake dir does not equal O. I never set it to be O, ever. Basically, next to all the idles, I need to set it to O. No idea if this is gonna work. If it does not equal that, and place Alright, so this is where, as long as it's not set to a non-direction, and it's not touching one already, it creates the ship weight. It should work for 4 directions. It'll probably work for like, it might even work for the diagonals, it's just not going to spit off the right one for the diagonals. I wonder if I can just use global wake direction here. I've never used the switch with the global. It should work, technically. Let's try it. So I might as well throw an O in here just in case. It shouldn't ever happen, but it could happen. Oh no, that's no good because, yeah, oops. Yeah, I can't do that because that'll be constantly changing. The dir's supposed to stay the same for the object, so yeah, I do need this. Alright. Yeah, this needs to be a fixed variable based on what it was when it was created. So that's how that'll work. If it ever comes out as O, it'll just destroy itself. Because something went wrong. Alright, let's test it. See what happens. Okay. So our angles, I mean, this is technically working. The diagonals are not working. I'll have to figure that out. But the problem is it's not enough of an angle. I have to like time the angle to match when the next one comes out so that they line up on top of each other. So I think I just play around with that till I get it. But going to the right, I mean, this one's different. For like each of the directions, it's going to be a different thing that I want, a different angle. Let's just get to the right working first. So east. So image angle 45 is no good. It needs to be like 30. Honestly, I'm just gonna play with this until I figure out what it needs to be. Also, could you see any of that? I don't think I full screened it. Yeah, I think I forgot to full screen it here. This is what I was looking at. 30's not enough. There we go. So, it's kind of working, but it's not at the right angle yet. So, 30's not enough. I'm gonna try 25 or so until this lines up as a straight line. I'm also thinking it travels too fast, so maybe I slow the speed down as well. Alright. So let's just go straight to 20. that is enough. Is it like 10? Then looks good. This is what I'm looking at. Takes a while to update. Okay, here we go. Oh, you can see it. It just I got a delay. Yeah. So there we go. That's kind of what it's supposed to look like, and it's supposed to go up and down. So if I can get them all to look like that, and all to come out at the right angles and the right directions and everything, and I think we're doing good. Also, I gotta set the image angle to be the right thing when it's created. Otherwise it does that little pop-in thing. So it's just 10 degrees. And 1 for the speed. 10 degrees might make it easier. Maybe, I don't know. This one was at 45, right? It went from 45 to 10. Do I just need to subtract 35 from everything? Would that fix most of them? Let's try that. 35 from everything, so this would be 100. It'd be cool if it worked like that. It probably would work like that. 100, south would be 35 from that is 2280. I'm just gonna do normal directions and then we'll do the other one. And then 35 from this one is 10 from this, 190. Alright, let's see if that works. I think it'll be different from up and down. Holy cow. That worked. Okay, hang on, Michelle. So, here we go. Woot, 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 woo. The line looks so much better when it goes up and down compared to left and right. Though it does have a nice kind of wavy look when it's left to right too. I mean, minus the diagonals not really working. I think this could work. Now I just need to get the diagonals figured out. So it seems like 35 from everything was working now. So 35 from 90 is 60, 55? 35 from 0, or 35 from 360. 25, 325. 35 from this is 40, 35. 35 from this is 50, 45. I think I did all that right. Okay. So now I just need to calculate my diagonals correctly. How do I do that? Well, I know the diagonals have got to be either on the west, east, or on whatever these two are. I think these two could be diagonals, it's just whether I'm going up or down. Right, if V travel's true, then I am going up or down. The problem is I use V-Travel for both of these. Oh, there's the fix, right? If I do 2 different ones, nah, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's just throw in here, east, right? So it's either northeast or southeast. Yeah, and this one's northwest or southwest. Now I just need to figure out which one it is. And I don't really have anything that tells me whether we're going up or down. Oh, I can set a new one being like, not the cleanest thing, but we can say that's down. Oh, up equals false. Equals true. mic muted? My mic's been muted this whole time. Ow, why? Maybe it's because I touched it? It was definitely working before. I must have pressed a button that mutes the mic. Shoot, I don't even know what button that is. Hotkeys. Where's my mic mute button? It's 0. I pressed 0 at some point. That's why it was muted. Oh crap, I don't know how long that's been happening. So if you've ever played the NES game Jaws, it's a Jaws clone. No shame, because I don't think anybody's ever made a clone of that game. I'm trying to make a better, new advanced version of it. And yeah, what I was saying is I'm trying to get this, let me full screen, trying to get this wake to work on this boat. And it's pretty complicated to figure out because I need to figure out which direction we're going, and I haven't really set any of my code up to work with that. And then I get to get the wave to go the correct direction based off of it. Anyway, yeah, it's a little game where you play a little ship, alien crashes in the ocean and affects all the creatures. You go out and kind of research it and kill them all, and eventually kill the alien. Pretty simple. You play it by going into a stage and killing things. And collecting fragments. Fragments and research stuff, which opens new areas. And it's basically how it works. So if I can just get the diagonals working, this will be good. And I can get the other half of the wave going in the other direction. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, so again, why isn't this working? Let me do this. That makes it better. Alright, so the way this is working, so if place meeting a wall, oh, I think I see what's going on here. So this is if meeting a wall, so you're technically not moving to the right, but you are moving up. So that's why this doesn't work. Oh, okay. I think I do know how to fix this. I just need to move this somewhere else. Alright. This part. Copy. Close. Alright, this needs to be over here, I think. Crap. All these if statements. So I've just got to do all three of them in this little part of the code because it's always going to be this part of the code. Actually, I do wonder, Crap, I'm gonna go back real quick. Now I'm curious about this. If I was colliding with a wall, would this be a different effect? Oh yeah, southwest, northwest. So colliding with the wall does make this work. So it doesn't really seem to be playing the right wake, even if it was. Oh, because it's not southwest and northwest. It's actually north and south that it should be playing. The whole colliding with the wall thing makes this even more complicated. Now that I think about it, if you're colliding with the wall, you probably shouldn't be moving side to side. You should just be moving up and down. Is the wake even worth all this effort? I feel like I do want... I don't know. It doesn't even like overlap other waves very well. I don't know. Alright, whatever the solution is, I need to keep these here because that is technically true. No, it isn't. It's not even true. It would just be north and south. That's not even true. It's just gonna look funny because it doesn't go up and down. But I need to make it vertical as well. I wonder if that would look good if it's vertical. It's easy enough to test. Oh, that's right, there's no change in angle if I do that. Yeah, that's why I would do this. I'm about to say screw it. I need to come up with something better than this. Maybe instead of doing lines, I just do like little dots. That would probably fix the issue. Maybe. Actually, it wouldn't. It would still be the same problem. This is a pain in the ass. I could just say no wake when colliding with a wall. That's probably the best way to go. Instead of all this crap. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm going to do. If you're colliding with a wall, no wake. Because I can't make it look right. So we'll just make this a 0. Okay. Yeah, for these two, no wake at all. Alright, so I just need to figure this part out. I hope I still have that copied and pasted. I do. Right, so this is what I need to do. Up. Equals... Instead of a true or false, let's do... Can I have a 3? Okay, no true and false. We'll do... 0... 1... Oh, not 3, 2. Alright, so instead of if up, well yeah, if up equals 0, I guess I'll just do it this way. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Like that. I think this might work. Alright, let's try that. We got north, south, northeast, northwest. This. Nah, still not working. Oh, is this what's breaking it? It's supposed to be 1. No, that's still 0. Not wrong. I don't know why this isn't working. Because somehow it's getting an east. But how's it getting an east if up does not equal 2? And up cannot equal 2 if you're going up or down. Okay, I know one way to test it though. Let's go to draw event, instead of a y coordinate. Let's see what up is. What's up? So right now up is 2. That makes sense. It means it's not doing anything. Up always equals 2. Okay, that would be a problem. What makes up not equal to? Apparently nothing. That's so weird. Does that mean that code is always running then? Right? So if up always equals 2, what happened? What did I click on? It's this one. Oh, I think I might know why. Because this does not have brackets. Up equals 2 because it's running. That's why. This was always running. I believe that's what was messing it up. Yes, okay. Looking at it, we've got 1, we've got 0. Alright, we got diagonals. Man, they really don't look great. I really needed the ship. I need to draw the ship at a diagonal. It looks so weird. At least it's working now, though. And you can do this. I'm gonna end up going through all this effort and just scrapping this whole idea. But, okay. How do I get the other part of this to look nice now? Ship wake. So this part, what's wrong with it is image angle does not equal the correct thing. I kind of need to run this whole script in the creation event so that the image angle faces the right way when it's created. I don't know if I've never done that before. I wonder if that'll work. I mean, it should work. I can get rid of this. This doesn't mean anything anymore. Let's see if that just works. Yeah, no more glitchy lines. I'm thinking if I just draw the this line in a different way, it'll probably look a bit nicer too. I think it has to have like a taper on the end, so it's less of a perfect straight line. Though it being a perfect line does mean it lines up really well. Alright, let's add the other one in now that we've done all this. So I want to go Shipwake. Alright, you are now called Shipwake 1. Shipwake 2. So I just go negative speed. And all my angles are screwed up, but I don't know where they're supposed to be. I'm not gonna worry about that yet. Everything else is fine, I just need to change the angles, and that one should work. Now we need to throw it in our code here. Which it's all in one line, right? Just this one? Okay. Can't believe I hit the mute button. I wonder how long that's been like that. I forgot I had a mute button. Hardly ever works. Nope, that is working. It just needs to face the right way. I think I just reverse it, right? Let's get east working first. All right, let's close all these windows too. All right, east should be, instead of 10, what is the opposite of 10? It would be 180, it's whatever the 180 one is, 190. Do I have a 190? I do, so it's 190. If that's right. Doesn't seem right. So it's not 10 or 190. I mean, I could look at it in my head, what would it be? If you're going this way, it should be, honestly, it seems like it should be 190. It should be like 170, shouldn't it? If it's the opposite of 10, wait, no, this isn't right. It's negative 10. Do I really just add negatives to all this and it'll work? That'd be the easiest thing. Yeah. I think something's wrong with it though. I'll let you look. I mean, that's right. It just doesn't sync up as well as the other direction did. Alright, well, whatever, just add negatives. Okay. Oh, I know why that's happening. Technically, where they're connected, the yeah, the hitbox is overlapping like that. So this one gets created first, and then this one has to wait till that one moves out of the way before it gets created. And that's why it does that. Oh, and I know the fix for that. I've actually already got it, and I just didn't do it. Yeah, and this code, where is it? There we go. If place meeting. Yeah, okay, now that doesn't make sense because this one's searching for place mating too, and it has nothing to do with where one is. Alright, they should be placed on top of each other. Maybe it's to do with where the origin point is on this drawing. That's the only other thing that makes sense. It's technically, this is like a 3 pixel high. If it was 4 pixel, it might be better. Alright, I'm gonna try something fancy here. Great. Right. S. Wave. 2. Alright, we're going to resize this to be 125 by 4. Okay, and we're gonna edit this image. I'm just gonna make it white. Close that, and then make this be middle right. Alright, so that's a perfect line. Now let's try and use that one. 2. I'm actually surprised I haven't muted the stream more often. My one, like, I use the 0 on my numpad, and 1 and 3 are right next to it, constantly pressing these. Maybe I have, and I just don't know it. Yeah, it's still happening on that side. It's producing it way up there. Is it backwards? I think it is backwards. It's coming out like this way. Yeah, did I not notice that till now? I guess not. This one's doing the same thing. That's why it doesn't line up as well. Okay, so negative does not work. Though it is kind of in the direction I want. This one. So I want the equivalent of negative 100, I think. Should get me where it needs to be. But the equivalent of negative 10... Oh, okay, yeah, the equivalent of negative 10, it is a different number. It's 350. Let me test that. Because if that's all it is, then that's easy enough to do. I think that's it. Okay. So yeah, I gotta do all of these. So all of these are really just what is 360 minus the number. So 260. 360 minus this is 305. Gotta hope I'm doing this right. I think I am. 360 minus that is 35. 360 minus that is a lot harder to do. Let me just calculator it up. So 80. And 25. $360 minus $190 is 170. 360 minus 145. That's 15, right? 215. I think it's 215. It's not that way. Not that one. Was my math just that off? Oh, okay, this was the one. Right. 100, okay. Yeah, I don't think I was doing it right. Negative 100, this is supposed to be the opposite of it, right? Or the equivalent the other way. I can't just subtract one, I don't think. So, negative 100 is, oh fuck, where is negative 100? It's 90, so it's like 270 minus 10, so it is 260. I think it's backwards. Right, it's definitely facing the right angle, it's just the opposite of 260. Shit, what was the first one? The first one's just 45 plus the next one. Or, yeah, 45 minus. So 45 minus here, 45 minus. Okay. So it should still be that. I just don't know which direction it goes. So 45 minus that would be 305 here. And then 45 from that is 260. Yeah, okay. So, am I just going the wrong way? That might be what's going on. I have no idea. I do know what's going on. This is correct, it's just where the origin point is wrong. Yeah, this will never work out unless I have a wave that's the other direction. That's really all it is. Oh man, I wish I remembered all these numbers because it was correct. I think. Actually, the negatives probably do work. Alright, let's go back. Let's try solution number 2. What the hell? I made an animation curve. I don't even know what that is. I can kind of guess though. Alright, duplicate this. And then just make this middle left. Try that. Okay, I think I'm having the same problems I was having before, but this will probably work. Alright, let's go back to 350. So this one's backwards. I think this is right, it's just not the right spot. So the opposite of 350 is now what, 190? Or 170? I think 170. Alright, I think that's where it's supposed to be. So, 170 minus, oh god. This one grows as it goes that way. I don't know if this is supposed to or not. 170 plus 45 is 215. 215 plus 45 is 260. So that should be north, right, northeast, right, east, northeast, north, east, northeast, north. I think that's right. Alright, 170 minus 45. 125? Yeah. 125 minus 45 is 80. 80 minus 45 is 35. 35 minus 45 is 350. 350. 305. Diagonal is definitely not right. It's kind of in the right. Wait, the whole thing is backwards, isn't it? Yeah, it all keeps shooting out front. Oh no, that's not what's going on. What's going on is this is not copied. I should fix that flickering. Man, every angle looks good except for the side to side. They're just kind of like off kilter a pixel. Doing all this, I don't even think I like it. Even if I changed what the sprite looks like, which is all I really have to do now, I still don't think I like it. Just doesn't look right. I don't know, if I want to have a wake, I gotta do it a different way. This is just not cool. There's a lot of work for that to be like, nah. Now I gotta go and rip it out of the code. Like, is it even necessary? It looks fine. You know, I could do a diagonal. It's just the this ship rotated a bit. There's no reason to pull the code out because this does have a north. It does have all cardinal directions figured out, which might be handy if I wanted to do sprites for each one. It's good that I at least have it set up that I could do that if I needed to. Golly, I feel like I wasted hours. I didn't waste hours. I found out that I didn't want to do it. I did do it though. I managed to pull it off. It just doesn't look good. Alright, I'm gonna keep it in there, but it's gone for now. Just keep it there. Maybe I'll revisit this. I don't really know another way I'm gonna do it if I wanted to. Alright. What else? Let's move on. That one was pretty aggravating. Be something I'm not even gonna use. Seagulls? Clouds. Clouds is easy. Come on, let's do clouds. Actually, clouds are kind of like helicopter. Real, the only part about the helicopter is the distance to, yeah, the whole shadow part. Just take this. Okay. So shadow distance was 50. The max was 50. Yeah. I don't know if I want clouds to be above the helicopter or below. Or on the same level. I don't know. Let's just do same level for now. Like, I do gotta think of how these things are layered. Are birds under cloud? I think clouds are above birds. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I need to figure out all this. So I did a helicopter. Was 298, I think. Shit. Alright. At 299 is waves, and 298 is background, or is rogue waves. Helicopter's somewhere else. Helicopter's part of the foreground. I don't have anything about depth there. Did I never give the helicopter depth? I guess not. It was just because it was above. Yeah, it's weird. It's just here. And there's no depth at all in here. Anywhere. Okay, well. Helicopter should be above the player. I don't know more than that, but we'll set it here and move it later. Alright, helicopter's at 1. I probably should do something like 5, just space it out a bit. That's a -5, by the way. Negative is above. Okay, cool. We got a helicopter spot. We want to know what we're working on. Cloud. Where's Cloud at? So I think clouds are above the helicopter. Does I want helicopter? Yeah, probably. Otherwise, the helicopter would go. Oh no, yeah, okay. Helicopter should be below the clouds because the clouds can float over where the helicopter's landed, right? So helicopter should actually be the bottom thing so that other things can fly over it. So yeah, let's do 15. -15 is cloud, and then -10. Is bird. So I guess that means -4 is landed bird. Clouds don't land, so that's not a problem. Okay, now we know where cloud's supposed to be. Well, it's not even created here, so that doesn't matter. Alright, and it's just gotta move in a direction. I guess X plus plus Y minus minus. I'm thinking we'll go bottom. Actually, clouds blow in from the ocean, don't they? Generally. No, yeah, right, yeah, because water flows down, it evaporates, and then clouds carry it back up into the mountains, so clouds would technically be going from like bottom right to top left. So I guess I'll do that. Okay. I just gotta spawn them. This is going to be a little different. Like, the waves, they happen periodically, and they're always going to happen. Clouds, I'm thinking, is more either like very few, like too many is going to block the screen too much. Honestly, I think it's fine if they're just kind of periodic at all times of the day. I just got to make sure they're very limited. Probably a lot longer timer targets. So let's go with like 60 to 240 to start with. Stretch that out a bit. Alright, the location of this will be oh, that's a random range. No. It'll be room width plus 100. And then, yeah, random height. Probably into the negatives, negative 100. No, negative 100 is pointless. That's above the screen. 0 is pretty pointless too. But I'll keep it. No, we want room height plus 100. So it can come in off the bottom of the screen. And I probably wouldn't mind so that it comes off the... Yeah, I probably wouldn't mind it going even further. Let's do 1,000. 0 to 1,000. Or just times 2. No, times 2 is too much. Do 1,000. I mean, 1,000 is, it's like half. Okay, that should be fine. So the depth of these is 15. And we're creating... Alright, so this should work the same way. Got a much longer timer. And it should create it off the screen to the right. And between like 0 and 1,000. So if it gets to 1,000, it'll take a little while before it actually comes on screen. It'll come on from the bottom, but they should be moving diagonally up, left. Let's test it. I do want random sizes on clouds too, and I screwed it. So I will do that. Also, I didn't set it to have, it's probably going to animate. That'll look weird. There's a few more things I can do to it. Oh, there's a cloud. Doesn't seem to be moving. Okay, why is that? Is minus minus just not enough? Ah. Oh, this is in the wrong thing. It's in create event. That would be why. Oh, I needed a create event anyway. Can I do this? And I think I might have tried this and I don't think it works. Yeah, I don't think it works. See, that would be nice because then I could set them both to be the same thing. But maybe I'll just let it stretch. Also, okay. Image X scale equals range. We want like 0.5 to 2. Oh yes, and an image index. Where's clouds at? We have 5, so 0 to 4. Try that. Okay, this cloud seems to be under. Did I not do negative? I must not have done a negative. Also, way too many clouds. And I think cloud shadows show up on top of cloud shadows, which should be okay. Okay, one, I think they're getting too big. Let's try like 0.1 the 1. The other thing is make sure they're the right depth. Yeah, I said 15, it's negative 15. There are no clouds now. Does that mean they're under the map? Now I'm really confused. What? Yeah, this is the depth, negative 15. This is 0, negative 15 should be above everything else. Oh, this is the size too small? There you just go away. Let's take this off for now. I mean, it might have been variants that they were all spawning really low, and we're getting like 2-second spawns. Or maybe they're spawning really high and just going off the screen. I should probably wait a little bit, but I haven't seen a single one compared to that first one where there was just like, they were everywhere. And still no clouds. What the hell's going on? Alright, I never changed the depth of the helicopter, did I? Alright. No depth -5, it's still there. I have no idea why this isn't showing up. We've got plenty of X. -15 should show up. So this isn't happening. What the hell's going on? I don't know, let's just set this to 0. Maybe there's something with -15? There they are. So yeah, -15 is just not showing up. Yeah, okay, this is a problem. Let's notice this. This needs to be drawn first. I didn't notice that with the helicopter. But yeah, let's fix that too. Yeah, shadow needs to be drawn before the other thing. Oh, well, what if I do it here? Depth equals -15. Maybe there's something wrong with spawning it above 0 because the helicopter was working. Just try this. I have no idea. It won't come in when it's at negative 15. I'm thinking if I make a layer, even if I'm not using it, if I make this at negative 100, maybe that'll allow things above to be drawn. There might be some weird thing like that. Still no clouds. Wow, this is so weird. What is wrong with 15 that it just doesn't work? Yeah, it works fine at 0. Like, really confused by that. Did it actually have to be on here? If I made this 15, would that fix it? And if that's true, why does the helicopter show up when it's at negative 5? I don't know. Negative 15 just doesn't exist, apparently. They won't spawn at negative 15. Okay, I have one more idea. Instances 2. Let's try spawning it later instead of dead. Everything here should be the same, it's just layer ID and name. It's instances too. I don't even know what that layer ID is. I got so used to using depth, I haven't had it fail me until now. I don't know what's going on. Okay, one more idea. Go back to depth. Let's just see where it cuts off at -1. I mean, -5 should work, right? If it works for the helicopter. Why wouldn't it work for the clouds? Yeah, -5 works. Alright, so this is what it's supposed to look like. Though the shadow needs to go a lot further down to the right. And they're just way too big. Way too frequent. But at least they're above us. Okay, let's try -10. And rescale these. Alright, 10 doesn't work. There would usually be a bunch of clouds here by now. Yeah, this is a weird thing. It might be like some new setting or something that I have to set to make things go above 5 or -5. That sounds really weird. Like Godzard has -100 and 200 where it's like foreground objects. So I'm just absolutely baffled what's going on here. Let's just try -9. -9 works, so -10 and up don't work. I mean, I can make -9 work and just not fix the problem. Sure, why not? -9's as good as -15. I just gotta change some stuff around. -9, -8. Okay. Alright, so what was I thinking? I think clouds are just too big in general. Maybe we do like a 0.8. Also, this distance needs to be more. I think I wanted to travel more left than up. Alright, two things. Let's do 0.5. I think this needs to be bigger. Point one is probably too small. Kind of feel like the bottom cloud needs to be fuzzier, but that I don't know how to do. I don't really have like a shader that blurs. Okay, let's try less of this. So 7.5. Let's make the image X scale times 1.2. I think I'm gonna need like some sort of shader that blurs as well. I can get away with this one. I don't need to use the shadow shader because it's a white object and I can just use image blend. So if I had some sort of blurring shader, I could use that instead. Okay, the other thing besides the size, I do want there to be less of these, so let's do 120 by 360. And actually this can just be 0. Or 30. The first one come out immediately. I think I might increase the image alpha more too. I don't know. Honestly, this looks pretty good. I guess one thing I could do is add like make the image X scale and the scale of it shift a little. Maybe it grows or shrinks. That looks pretty good. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for now. We'll see. Alright, so another thing I was thinking. Let's just do a weather equals choose 1, 2, 3. So, pretty self-explanatory there. Oh yeah, weather is 0, 1, and 2? Yeah. No, 1, 2, and 3. Now let's do 0, 2, because that way I can go this number times weather. Divided by weather. No. So if it's times 2, it'll be longer. If it's divided by 2, it would be shorter. Yeah, okay, divided by 2. So on cloudy days, this number's lower. And then on clear days, it just exits. There are no clouds. So every time you come in here, you just get a random weather. Okay, I think that's all good. I mean, I could test that. No, I don't think it matters too much. I do wonder if any will come in from the bottom. So far, they're mostly concentrated in this corner down here. To fix that, I would need to go a lot lower on the Y. Otherwise clouds will never show up down here. Like I got a clear day today. Nope, there it is. Clear. Oh, there he is. Whee! Will he actually activate? Nah, he just drags us in. Alright, it should be working. Okay, so the other thing was this. Be like 2,000. Okay, it's got to go a lot further than 100 pixels to the right. Because sometimes they just pop in. Oh, there's one at a low one. I think that's fine. Only change here is this needs to be more than that. Be like 500. Actually, I think I'm gonna just do room height times 2. Alright, all that work and all we got was clouds. 3 hours. Yeah. It's kind of lame. Sometimes it be like that. I'm kind of upset about the ship wake thing, but it's just messy. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'll definitely think of a way while I'm trying to go to sleep of how to do a wake that looks a lot better. That's usually how it works. I try something and it doesn't work out, and then I just, oh yeah, let's do it that way. But honestly, it doesn't really even need it. So, whatever. Alright, we've got 2 singles. Where we going? The flying seagulls are just like clouds, only they sometimes move in formation, so I'll have to get that figured out. But they're moving. Seagulls probably fly north to south and south to north. North to south, south to north, yeah. They fly along the coast, right? They don't really fly out to sea so much. I mean, they do it a little bit. Yeah, they do, because they like go looking for fish that are on the top of the water. Seen that a lot. I think I want my seagulls probably just flying along in through here. So I don't know exactly how I'll code their flight path. Honestly, what I should do is make... Okay. I'll have like solo birds, right? Which are, they'll just fly from like north to south or south to north. And then I'll probably just do it like a random, whether they go left or right, but they're just twice as more likely to head to the left as they're flying. So they might fly up and move a little to the right, but they're more often gonna head towards the left side of the screen as they fly off. And then I make another object. Some of these birds I'll like assign a bunch of wingmen, right? A bunch of a flock to follow them in their pattern. So they're the leader's like deciding, just like real birds, the leader's deciding where to go and the others are just following in the same pattern to make that V. I think that would look good. The V will be a lot rarer than just normal seagulls. And then the land ones, they're just on the beaches. I'm going to put a land one just sitting there, and then if the ship comes close to it, it'll fly off and probably go in some random direction. And that's like the 3 different seagull types that I'm thinking. And then I'm probably going to do something where they only show up during the day. Because that's kind of like real life. But I'm not going to do that right now. I think I'm going to wait here. Alright. Yeah, I'm in here. Sorry I muted for a little while there. I hope it wasn't too long. I don't think I was saying much other than complaining about that not working. Keep doing this. Keep working on it. This is really slow, but a lot of it's just me figuring out, like, yeah, things that have a certain look to them, which is a lot of trial and error stuff. It's not the simple things. Just to have that natural look. Alright, later. Night.